Hello, second grade friends. How are you today? Hopefully well, and you're enjoying your summer vacation. I'm here today with you to do another math lesson. In our last lesson, we talked about base 10 and how many tens and ones are in a number. We are going to do that again, but we're going to go a little bit farther, and we are going to add in some adding with it, okay? So, first things first, let's review counting by tens to get to 100. Are you ready? And as we did the last video, let's put our hands out like this to signal a new decade. Okay, here we go. Ready? Get your clappers warmed up. And let's begin. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Excellent. And if at any point you need to review anything, just press pause and review the video and try it again. All right, so if you would get out your tools that you have ready for the activity, that would be most excellent and appreciated. So right here I have my dry erase board. We're going to do a couple of review numbers, breaking down the number into how many tens and ones make up that number, just to review that from our previous lesson. And then we'll talk about adding two-digit numbers. Woo, that's a tongue twister. Here we go. Let's get started. All right, for my first number, I have the number 37. So write 37 on your paper or your board. That's step one. Okay, so you should have this on your paper or your board. And now what I want you to do is I want you to tell me how many groups of 10 are in the number and how many ones are in the number. So remember we talked about that yesterday or the day before when I made my last video. We said that in this number, this position, this is our 10 spot, and this position is our 1 spot. And why is that important? Because it tells you what kind of tool you're going to use to count. So if you're using 10 sticks, you'll put them underneath and the ones under here. So let's do that together quickly. Ready? How many tens are in 30? Oh, well, 10, 20, 30, 3. 10, 20, 30. Now, how many ones? Well, let's see. It's right there for you, 7. So you draw 7 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just like that. So you have what number? 37. So there are 3 groups of 10 with 7 left over. Why is that important? Because when you begin to add 2 of these, well then you can just count on using those tens and ones and it'll be a cinch. All right, let's go into the next number. Grab your eraser. Whew, like magic. Okay, the next number I want you to write down, 54. Write down 54. All right, 54 should look something like this. Okay, now remember the 5 is in the 10 spot and the 4 is in the 1 spot. So if you would please, on your own, write down how many tens and ones are in this number. I'm going to do it as well. Okay, and then when you're ready, go ahead and put your board under your chin and I'll check. Show me what you got. Okay, good job. And this is what I have. Woo, there we go. 54. Now, let's count it out just to make sure we've got it correct. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. Just like that. 54. Okay. So now we've reviewed with 2 numbers how to represent it with tens and ones. Now we're going to take it a step further. I'm going to give you 2 two-digit numbers and you're going to add them together using those tens and ones. And then it should be a cinch. So let me start with some smaller numbers. We're going to do 22 plus 21. And then we'll put the total at the end. So our equation looks like this. 22 plus 21. Now remember, for this model, we're using those tens and ones to help us count. So right now, I want you to draw how many 10s and 1s are in each of those numbers. And then if you're ready, you can just count them up and write your total at the end. Or we can do that together and you can wait. It's up to you. I'm going to start on my own. Okay, give you another moment to finish your answer, and if you need more time, you can always press pause and take as much time as you need. Okay, here we go. Take a look at my board. So I have two digit numbers, and then you're adding them up to give you your total. So 22 plus 21 equals how many? Well, you could sit there and count 22 and 21 objects, or you can simply count by tens and then count the ones. So let's do that together. 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43. A cinch, really. Makes counting quick. So 43 is the total. Okay? I'm going to give you two more numbers to practice this new strategy with. All right, the next two numbers are going to be numbers 30 and number 50. What is that total? 30 plus 50. Go ahead right now and you can write out your 10s and 1s for these numbers and then add them up. I'm going to do it on my board while you do it on yours. Okay. Now this one should be especially easy for you. If you take a look, what do we notice? Both of the 1 spots are zeros. So what does that mean? Yes, that's right, Miss Laverping. That means there are no 1s in these. So that just means you have to count the 10s. That should be pretty fast. Let's do it. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. 80 is the total. So if you don't have 80 on your board, let's write it down now. Just like that, 80. Okay, let's play the game again. Are you ready? This time I'm not going to make it quite so easy. Okay, this time your numbers are going to be 45 plus 42. Okay, so 45 plus 42. What does that equal? Again, use your 10s and 1s to help you figure it out. I'm going to start solving it on my board. Will you start solving it on your board? Here we go. Okay, I've got my answer. Well, not the complete answer, but I have my 10s and 1s. Now, I want you to tell me, do you think you could try it this time just counting on? So what I mean by that is you would start with the 45 and count on with those 10s. So how could we do that? Well, I would say we would start with the 10s, or we could start with the 1s. What do you think? Take a second to think about it. Maybe try it on your own right now. You could press pause and you could give it a shot before we even do it together. But let's take a look. So if I've got 45, well, I could go into the next decade right away and I know, 45 plus 10 more is, 55. So 55, then 65, 75, 85, and then I have to count up 2 more, 85, 86, 87. Okay, even faster than counting out all the 10s and 1s. But if you're not sure on that one, you can always still count it out with just the way we did before. So let's do that just to check our work. Because remember we said 87. Let's see if it's right by doing it the more exact way. Are you ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87. And look at that, we got it right. So the total was 87. Make sure you write that at the end of your equation. Your number sentence, both work for labeling what we're doing. Okay, go ahead and erase. Now we're going to try this game one last time, and I'm going to let you choose how you add it up. You can either count up all the tens and ones, or you can do that counting on method that we tried together. All right, here are your next two numbers. These might seem a little tricky for some of you, and some of you that be like, oh, this is even easier now. This time we're going to add up 18 plus 16. Ready? 18 plus 16. Go ahead and add that up on your board. I'm going to do it on mine. 18 plus 16. Okay, now, how are you going to solve it? Are you going to count each of the tens and ones, or are you going to just count on? It's really up to you. I'll model both strategies and then we'll see how it goes, okay? Let's try it first using that trickier model, and then we'll check with the one we're more secure on. So if we are counting on and we're at 18, and I know if I go into the next decade, 18 plus 10 more, oh, well, that's 28. So 28, and then I have to add on 6 more. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Okay, 34. Now let's just try checking our work by counting all the tens and ones. 34 is the number we're keeping in our mind, okay? Here we go. 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Well, look at that. We got it right both times. 34. It's always okay to check your work, and I especially suggest it if you're even new at anything you're doing, but especially if it's something you're unsure of. So check it twice. And then that way you know for sure you've got it correct. If you had any issues doing any of these equations, well, then I would suggest doing the whole video one more time, and look for more of these videos in the future to practice these skills. Hope you have a great day. Bye!